Hi and welcome to the PossAbilities podcast, season 1, episode number 2 with your host. That's me, it's Ryan. Hiya, how you doing? You all right? Now, this month we have been celebrating LGBTQ+ History Month. This is an annual month-long observation of lesbian, gay, bisexual and transgender history and the history of the gay rights and related civil rights movements. Now in today's show we are talking to service user and friend being gay, going through school being gay and the LGBTQ+ community. Please put your hands together and give a huge PossAbilities welcome to John Thomas aka Miss PossAbilities! Yeah! John, a huge welcome to the show. Thank you very much for joining us. Episode number 2 in our seasons of podcast. First question, how are you?
Very tired after a long day.
After a long day, I'm not surprised. Now, I've got to say, we're pointing it out, we're doing it. You look gorgeous.
Thank you.
Absolutely stunning. And I bet it didn't take you long to do either, did it?
Only 4 hours.
4 hours? No, you look absolutely gorgeous, and thank you for taking the time out to come and just sit on our show and come and talk to our audience, because we love it. We absolutely
You're very welcome.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. So, as we said in the intro, this month is LGBTQ+ History Month, so a big month where we dig into all the history of where it's gone to where we are sort of today, and that's why we wanted to have a talk to you on the show. So, talking about your sexuality, do you feel comfortable talking about your sexuality kind of more now than you did, say, years ago, for example?
Yes, I do.
You
because when I was younger, I was picked on, and it wasn't a very nice. And I used to get bullied at school, bullied on the way home, bullied as I go home, bullied as I went on my paper round, and it was a nightmare.
Oh, it's not nice. I mean, probably some of the people at home can relate to that as well. You know, it's especially when people think I'm going to use this term, but think you're different, don't they? And it's like, well, I'm not, and nobody should be making you feel like the way you should. But do you think, like now, do you think the world that we live in now, do you think it's massively different?
Oh, definitely, because we've got a lot more going on in the community now. Yeah. And there's organisations out there, there's like the LGBT Centre Manchester itself. They've helped me quite a lot.
If you don't mind me asking, how have they helped you then? So, in what have they given
accepted my sexuality.
Amazing.
Better.
And are these sort of these people that are there to help you? Are they free? Can you reach out to them or?
Well, I've got numbers on my phone.
Yeah.
Of different organisations. I've got the Samaritans. I've got PossAbilities.
And PossAbilities have they been a big help?
Oh yeah, they have just been fantastic because they understand where I come from, maybe where you come from. It's a good organisation.
Perfect. See, look at that. Perfect answer. Love it. Now, would you say it's more accepted to be gay now than when you were growing up?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Why then? What makes it so?
Because it's more accepted now than it used to be when I was growing up. It was like 96, 97 when I first came out. I didn't know what I was. I just felt trapped. But now it's freely, and it's be out there with your friends in the village.
Yeah.
I just have a good time and look at the different cultures out there before you judge.
So I'm going to take you back then, because you said in 1996 you came out. How old was you in 1996? Sorry, I know you shouldn't ask a lady. I'm sorry. But how old was you when you came out?
14.
You was 14. And how did you find that then? Because you must have been still in secondary school.
Well, I went to school, and there was one person there what really helped me. Chrissy, he's called, and we used to get picked on left, right, centre at school, and we used to be called gay. We used to call other nasty things.
Which I imagine there's probably quite a lot.
Yeah.
Because especially more younger kids now, they're awful at it sometimes. Some of the stuff they can say.
Well, adults can be the same.
True. No, very true. Very true. And kind of from that age of 14 and going upwards, did you find it got not easier, but did you find that actually coming out, you felt more comfortable within yourself? You felt perhaps confidence, the real you coming out from that end on?
Well, really, it's only been the last 10 years
right.
that I'd be really comfortable. Because I suffer with anxiety problems and depression. So I like being in the closet.
Mm.
You need to get out there.
Yeah.
And express your feelings. Like when Pride's on, it's party, party, party all the time.
Yeah, which we've just been discussing off camera, haven't we, and before we came on the show, that the current news is that we're hoping that Pride will be on in Manchester this year, which are you going to be there?
Of course I am.
Of course. Now, PossAbilities have a float on. If you've not seen it before, head over to our social media channels because there's pictures and videos of previous years on there. But it's a great time, isn't it?
Yeah, I was on there about 2 years ago.
And what I'm trying to think, it was a sunny day, wasn't it? Was it quite warm?
It was just, yeah, it was quite warm.
I think I remember because I've been up there myself to join all of the massive celebrations. It's just a phenomenal day. I think. Do you not think the atmosphere there is electric?
The weekend's fantastic.
I'd recommend anyway.
Because I go yearly. I've been volunteer for Manchester Pride itself. Really enjoyed it. Just bucket collecting for the LGBT.
Yep.
Really enjoyed that. And sometimes I do it in drag.
Yeah, enjoy it because I know, especially more so in PossAbilities. I think we've got 1 or 2 people that do drag as well, and it's a brilliant way of expressing yourself, isn't it? Have you done? If you don't mind me asking, have you done drag for long?
I've just started over the last 2 years, really.
Amazing. And how do you find doing it? How do you find?
I feel more comfortable dressing up like this. I've just being myself.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Now, we're going to keep on this subject because I don't know if you guys at home may have seen it, but Channel 4 recently had a 5-episode series of a programme called It's a Sin. Have you seen it?
Seen it? I'll be rewatching it.
It's phenomenal. Now, I'm not going to hopefully give too much of a spoiler alert, so if you're either listening on the podcast or watching here, we won't try and give too much away. So, I've seen it, love it. It was a shame it ended only on 5 episodes. I did want it to kind of go on a bit more. But what are your thoughts on the overall programme of It's a Sin?
Well, I was born in the 80s, 81. And then it was just coming out then about AIDS and the AIDS epidemic. And it was a very frightening time. Like, you was hearing of people just dying. And watching the programme, being locked up in one room, it's just very upsetting. But there's fun part to it, there's a sad part to it, a joyful time to it, and a reflection part of it.
I mean, and I thought from watching, I mean, I'm sort of similar age to yourself. I was born in 85. And would you say it was a true reflection of what it was sort of back then, like you were saying, the AIDS epidemic and stuff? Was it like a true reflection, do you think? Did it represent
It is
well?
a very true reflection, because my best mate, Chrissy, he caught AIDS at 16 years old.
Wow.
That was 2 years after when we first met up. And me and him, we are still friends to this day, and he's been an inspiration to me. And I'm glad to say he's getting married next year.
Amazing. Give him a round of applause. Yeah! Chrissy! This is what we like. We like brilliant news. This is why I find things like that really, really inspirational. I love it. Now, because, did you say you knew Chrissy from school?
Yes.
Yes, now I'm going to go back. I'm going to take you back slightly to your school. So what was it like growing up then, from your point of view, in school being gay? How did you feel?
Well,
overall?
me and Chrissy used to stick together. We was in the same class. Then we just messed about like anything, get into trouble, mischief.
Yeah, you've got to, haven't you? You've got to.
And Chrissy has been an inspiration to me because he talks to me. If I've got problems, he's there for me, or he's there where he needs me. I go up to his flat in Blackpool, and we have a good time.
It sounds like a real true friendship. Especially, you know when it's real when you're still friends now, say 20 years further down the line when you've left school, and they're the ones that you really want to cling on to.
I've not got many friends, but he's right up there. He's in my top 5.
Do you know sometimes it's not even about how many friends you have, it's the ones that are closest to you are the ones that are the really, really good ones. And
Totally agree.
Yeah, and by the sounds of it, Chrissy sounds like an amazing friend, so keep them close. Keep them close. Now, do you feel like you would have benefited from talking about your sexuality in school?
At the time, no.
All right, okay, interesting.
Because I didn't know what I was when I was at school. Not being funny. Yes, I've had girlfriends, but I prefer to have a boyfriend. More trusting.
All right.
More loyal. And if you get the right one, you will have a brilliant partnership.
See, you should be doing life coaches. You're phenomenal. Yeah. I love it. I absolutely love it. Now, this is a question that I've asked a couple of parents because I've got 2 small children and stuff, and I love everyone's answers for completely different reasons. But do you think that schools should educate children about LGBTQ+?
In this day and age, it's a must. Because otherwise, you will be like going back into the dark ages. Right back to the 80s. Are we in the 21st century? Life goes on. People change. People act different. I've noticed that over the last 5 years. And you get some that don't like it, but you get many people that do like it.
And do you know what? You always will. You'll get people that are just, they're not interested, but we're fortunate enough that in our family, for example, we've got a couple of friends who are gay men and they're married and they've got children and stuff, and that's, for us in our family, that's normal that they know that there are 2 gay men together and stuff. And I think my personal opinion, not an opinion of the business, is that I think it should be taught because people need to know about it. But I absolutely agree with you. I think you're phenomenal. Now,
because it makes me upset.
It makes you upset?
It makes me upset when people in any discrimination at all. Why do it?
Exactly. We're in the 21st century, like you said. Now, I think everything should just be accepted, and we're in a world now where be who you want to be, as long as you're happy and nice to others. I think, do you not agree? Do you think that's how it should be?
That's how it should be.
Exactly. Now, I'm going to ask you one more final question, Miss Possibility, if that's all right with you. If there was anyone either watching or listening to this today that is, that they think in the back of their mind that they actually think that they could be gay, lesbian, or they could be part of the LGBTQ+ community, could you offer them any help or support? Is there anything that you could possibly tell them?
I could try to give advice.
Yeah.
I could give the numbers.
Yeah.
Because I got so many numbers on my phone, it's unbelievable. And I reckon there will, like, if you do get discriminated, report it. Just please report it, because if you report it, things can be sorted out.
I say, people are very quick to wipe things under the carpet and just disregard it, but actually the more people that report it, the more the police are going to be aware that things like hate crime, isn't it, really? That's essentially what it is. And they need to know about it. So you're right in saying it, that actually report it. It doesn't take long to report them. And the more you do it, the more noise it makes about that this thing's happening, you know. But I want to say thank you, a huge thank you for joining us on the show.
You're very welcome.
It's been lovely to have you in. Ladies and gentlemen, in our small studio, and you listening at home, give the beautiful Miss Possibility a massive round of applause. Come on! Yes! But don't forget, you can catch up on any of our podcasts. You can either find us on our live TV show over on Possibilities TV on YouTube, or you can listen to more of our episodes over on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, and on Anchor FM. Thank you very much for joining us from me and Ryan and the rest of the team. We'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.